Transfer of Property. Section 5 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882. According to Section 5 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882, transfer of property means an act by which a living person conveys property in present or in future to one or more other living persons, or to himself and one or more other living persons. In simple words, transfer of property is the process by which ownership or any interest in property is passed from one living person to another. Meaning of transfer. The word transfer means the act of making over or conveying something from one person to another. Such transfer may be absolute transfer, where complete ownership is transferred, such as by sale, gift, or exchange. Limited transfer, where only a temporary or restricted interest is transferred. For example, if A gives his watch to B for one day, there is a transfer of possession. If A sells or gifts the watch to B permanently, there is an absolute transfer. The essential element of transfer is the conveyance of an interest or title from one person to another. Essential elements of transfer of property. Transfer must be between living persons, inter vivos. The Transfer of Property Act applies only to transfers between living persons. Such transfers are known as inter vivos transfers. The Act does not apply to transfers that occur by operation of law, such as inheritance, succession, insolvency, court decrees. There must be a conveyance of property. The transfer must pass some right, interest, or ownership in the property to the transferee. If no new right is created, there is no transfer within the meaning of the Act. Family settlement and exception. A family settlement is generally not considered a transfer of property. The purpose of a family settlement is to resolve existing disputes among family members, to prevent future disputes, to maintain harmony within the family. Since no new title is created and the arrangement merely recognizes existing rights, it does not amount to a transfer under the Act. Case law. Glad Binary Boswell versus Karunakar Rawat 1987. The court held that a family settlement is not covered by the expression transfer of property. Therefore, such settlements do not require registration merely because property rights are adjusted among family members. Meaning of property. The term property is one of the widest concepts in law. It includes every kind of right or interest that a person can possess and enjoy. Property has two aspects. Subjective aspect. Property should possesses the capacity for free use and enjoyment, the right to exclude others from its use. Objective aspect. Property includes the thing itself, land, house, goods, etc., the legal rights and interests attached to that thing. Thus, property is not merely a physical object, it also includes the legal rights associated with it. Transfer of property under Section 5 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882 means the conveyance of property by one living person to another living person. The Act deals only with transfers inter vivos and requires the creation of a new title or interest in favor of the transferee. Transfers by operation of law are outside its scope. A family settlement is not regarded as a transfer because it merely adjusts existing rights among family members. Property includes both the physical object and the legal rights attached to it.